Welcome to Less Than 12 Parsecs, the fastest Star Wars podcast in the galaxy. Now here's your host, Tim McMahon.
Boy. And the Oscar goes to... Alrighty.
So, the 89th Annual Academy Awards take place tonight, aka the Oscars. Tonight, Rogue One is up for 2 awards, for sound mixing and visual effects. I think the safe money is on a win for visual effects, due to the envelope-pushing work done by ILM on Tarkin and Leia. In this category, Rogue One is competing against Deepwater Horizon, Doctor Strange, The Jungle Book, and Kubo and the Two Strings. Anyway, this got me thinking about the other Academy Awards the Star Wars films have won. I knew that the original 1977 release netted a slew of nominations and some awards, but beyond that, I was actually a little foggy. I think I always assumed they had won for technical awards year after year, but I wasn't really sure, so I turned to my good friend Mr. Google and let me share with you what I found out. In 1977, the film we now call Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope was nominated for 10 awards. 10! That's a pretty darn awesome accomplishment. And from these 10 nominations, the film took home 6 awards. The Oscars that were handed out for Star Wars included art direction, costumes, original score, sound, film editing, and visual effects. While these are impressive awards to win, I think we can all agree that these were no-brainers. Star Wars pushed boundaries and broke new ground in all these categories. Well, except maybe costumes. Well, no, wait, Chewie, Vader, the Stormtroopers. Okay, yeah, I'll go with it. Yeah, I get it. But more important than the awards the film did win were the other categories it received nominations for. Listen to this: Best Picture, Best Original Screenplay, Best Director, and Best Supporting Actor for Alec Guinness. Wow, these are the big categories. They say it's an honor just to be nominated, but man oh man, can you imagine if a Star Wars film was nominated in these categories today? Like I said, it's pretty darn impressive. Oh, and in case you were wondering, Woody Allen won 3 of these awards for Annie Hall, and Jason Robards won for his role in the film Julia. That year, Star Wars also received a Special Achievement Award for Ben Burtt's sound work. So yeah, that's pretty cool too. 3 years later, when The Empire Strikes Back rolled around, the Academy had less love for the franchise. Normally, sequels don't garner that many awards anyway, but it's kind of ironic now, considering how many people count Empire as the best of the bunch. Empire was up for sound, score, and art direction, but only won for sound. However, it too received a Special Achievement Award that year, this time for visual effects. So there is that. Return of the Jedi wrapped up the original trilogy with only 4 nominations for art direction, sound, visual effects, and sound effects. Sadly, it did not win a 1. I would like to tell you who did win in these categories, but I don't have time for that. Look it up for yourself, slackers. Jumping ahead to the prequels, there was even less Oscar love for the films. The Phantom Menace had 3 noms for sound, sound effects, and visual effects, but lost all 3. You know what? I'm sorry, it should have won for sound and sound effects. Episode 1 is a great movie for the ears. Well, minus much of the dialogue, of course. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Ben Burtt's work in this film was masterful. Attack of the Clones was nominated for visual effects, and Revenge of the Sith was nominated for makeup. But they both lost both nominations. If you want to look at the Clone Wars animated movie, it did not receive a single nomination for anything from the Academy. However, the Razzies did put it in the category of Worst Prequel, Remake, Ripoff, or Sequel, but thankfully it did not win. In more modern times, last year The Force Awakens did pick up 5 Oscar nominations for film editing, score, sound mixing, sound editing, and visual effects. Unfortunately, Lucasfilm did not walk away with any of the golden statues in 2016. Last year really belonged to Mad Max Fury Road. So to total it all up, that's 27 nominations, 7 wins. If my math is correct, that's 25.925925925 blah 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 % win rate. Plus, there's the 2 Special Achievement Awards, and that's nothing to sneeze at. So, do any of these wins or losses surprise you? Is there an Oscar you think the Star Wars movies should have won, or should have been nominated for when it wasn't? I want to know. Email me at 12parsecs.podcast@gmail.com, or connect with me on any of my social media accounts. All the links can be found on my website, 12parsecs.podcast.com. Thanks for listening. Ootini!
And I'd like to say thank you to you, because you like me. Right now, you like me. You like me. You really, really like me.
You've been listening to Less Than 12 Parsecs, the fastest Star Wars podcast in the galaxy, part of the expanded Fandomverse network of shows. For links and show notes, visit our website, TwelveParsecsPodcast.com. Follow Less Than 12 Parsecs on Twitter at 12parpod, on Instagram at 12parsecsPodcast, on Tumblr at 12parsecsPodcast, and find us on Facebook as well. And please let us know what you think. Email us at 12parsecsPodcast@gmail.com.